Someone hit it. Like Honda Civic or whatever the hell that is.
Gotta be fat, loose, and
Oh!
BSing.
Oh!
what's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. And I know you guys are wondering, Control, you normally don't record videos like this. Yeah, I know, I get it. So I have a story to tell you guys, but before we get into that story, I need you guys to like, comment, and subscribe before the video gets started, and make sure to turn on post notifications so you never miss an upload that I have to offer to you guys. Now you guys are wondering, what is this story about? How did it affect your life? Well, this story has to do with karma and how karma affected my life drastically. Now guys, you're probably sitting back there, wherever you are, wondering, how does karma affect you? Well, let me just say, it did. Really bad. More than what you guys expect now. Now you guys are probably thinking like, oh, maybe Cottrell went on somewhere, made fun of somebody, got kicked in the nuts. No, it was way worse than that. This caused me to break something really bad that can possibly affect me when I get older. So this all started when I was a freshman in high school, and it was the beginning of spring break. Now remember, I used to get in a lot of trouble freshman year. I used to get in trouble for having bad grades. I used to get into fights, all that. I used to be a bad kid in freshman year. And right around this time, I was currently grounded. And I ain't gonna say what I was grounded for, but I was grounded. And my parents had got me a hoverboard that year for Christmas. And I remember I had got to ride it maybe a couple times before this event even happened. Now this event took place on a Sunday, and I was getting ungrounded on a Monday. So I had asked my mom if I could ride my hoverboard around the neighborhood because I was gonna get ungrounded the next day anyways. And I remember me, my dad, and my brother and my mom went outside so they could watch us, right? Well, I went inside. Maybe we were riding for like a couple minutes before I went inside, but I remember I went inside, and I was looking out the window because I was grabbing something. I looked out the window and my dad was riding my hoverboard, and yes, I watched him fall. And yes, was it funny? Yes, it was. Now this is where I messed up. I shouldn't have laughed. I should have went downstairs and asked if he was okay. But no, I laughed at him. So 5 minutes go by and I ride my hoverboard, right? After we got done joking around, laughing at him, I go outside. I ride the hoverboard, and me and my brother, we were acting stupid. We were trying to do tricks on the hoverboard, the one thing you're not supposed to do on the hoverboard. And when I tried to do a trick, like I was trying to do a trick to where you jump on a curb, right? And I did it plenty of times before that day. And my brother, I tried to show my brother because he asked me, he was like, Contrell, how did you do that? Now remember, you guys remember how I laughed at my dad when he fell, right? So I tried showing him the trick at least, and I fell. I fell really hard to the point where I couldn't get up. And you guys are gonna be like, Control, you just fell. Why don't you just get back up? Now this is the thing. I broke a bone. I didn't know what bone it was at the time. And so I tell my brother, because you guys ever had that adrenaline, that feel of adrenaline rushing through your blood, or through your body, yeah, that's what I felt. So when I try to get up, I hear 3-4 pops. Pop, 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 pop. Loud pops too. But not loud, it was loud enough to where I could hear it in my head. know what I mean? So my brother, he laughs at me, and I'm like, Trevin, stop laughing. I think I broke something. Go get mom and dad. Okay, now this is one of the funny parts where I'm telling you that I'm about to tell you. My hoverboard was still on, right? And my brother ran halfway to the house. We were down the street from the house, so he ran halfway there. I called him back to turn around to come turn the hoverboard off. Now you're probably like, Catrell, why would you tell him to do that if you feel like you broke something? This is because my hoverboard was rolling in the middle of the street and a car was coming. So he ran all the way back, fastest run I've ever seen. He ran so fast. It was like watching a dog run at a kid. It was so funny. But I couldn't laugh because I'm in pain. Well, at least I thought I was in pain. So my brother goes get my parents, right? And my mom's walking, and I'm thinking in my head, why is my mom walking? I think I broke something. So I'm sure my brother probably told my mom, hey, Catrell thinks he broke his leg or something like that. Something. And no, she just started walking towards me. And when I I tried to get up. Heard the 3 pops again, couldn't get up. And so my mom tells my brother to go get my dad with the truck. We get in my dad gets the truck. We come back, or he comes back, and he parks in front of me. And this is the part where I know for sure something's broken. If when you get up and you hear 3 pops and a sharp pain, it was like I thought my brother punched me in the leg. It was a punch to the leg. It hurt so bad. You guys have no freaking clue how bad it was and how, like, I didn't cry, okay? It took me a while to cry. So my dad stood me up. I was on one leg, couldn't walk. When I put pressure on that leg, all you hear is the pops again. It was the worst feeling I've ever felt. It's like, okay, imagine somebody taking a saw and sawing at your leg. That's how bad it hurt. So we decide we're gonna go sit on the couch. Well, yeah, sit on the couch. And I was laying on my stomach because if I was to put my leg down, I would potentially hurt myself, or I would have that sharp pain again. And getting out of the truck, I started crying because they were moving my leg like crazy. And I thought I wanted to cut my leg off so bad. That's what I thought. I was ready to cut it off. That's what I was thinking in my head. So they sit me on the couch, well, laying on the couch, and my mom calls the hospital. And you know how if you call the hospital, they're like, rate your pain 1 through 10. I said 10, but it's only whenever I move it. Well, this is where the jokes start popping out. My dad was like, now that's karma. You got karma. You laughed at me when I fell, and then he laughed at me. And yeah, so maybe 30 minutes, close to an hour goes by. We decide we're gonna drive to a hospital because that pain won't stop going away. Every time I tried not to laugh so hard when my dad and my brother were joking at me. I tried not to laugh so hard. And okay, so we're getting ready to go to the hospital. We get in the car, which hurt like crazy. And you know, I'm talking because I'm nervous. I'm scared. I hate going to the hospital is what I'm trying to say. I hate it. I don't like it. I will try to dodge the hospital as much as possible. But in this case, I had to go. I wanted to go. And okay, so when we get to the hospital, we had called. Now remember, when we called, we had somebody come and, you know, get us out of the car or whatever. And we had a wheelchair, and in that wheelchair was like a pillow or something. I think it was a blanket, because if I sat down it hurt like crazy. Well, so I remember the dude was grabbing me by my leg, pulling me as I'm trying to get out, and I'm just screaming. And I can hear in the corner of my ear, or not the corner of my ear, but I can hear from my dad saying, because okay, now if you know moms get really like emotional whenever their child gets hurt really bad, like in my case, like I did. So I heard my dad try calming my mom down, and telling her not to cry, and I was gonna be okay and all that. Well, when I sat down is when the dude kicked my leg, and I screamed really bad and really loud. Really loud. But anyways, so we get into the hospital, and we're waiting. We already got checked in. We're waiting for them to do x-rays on me. This is where I cry non-stop, really loud. And remember, when you break a bone, they don't go gentle with you. Well, they try to, but they don't. They really don't. So we get into the x-rays. Now to remind you, this happened when I was a freshman. I am now a junior in high school. We get into the x-ray rooms, right? And they had to take me out of the wheelchair and put me onto the x-ray bed. And yes, if you guys were there, yes, it was loud. I was screaming from so how. Sorry guys, I can't talk right now. But I was screaming from the pain of getting sawed in my leg. It felt like I was getting sawed in my leg. And if you guys have ever been in a hospital, when they do x-rays, they move your whatever part, bone that's hurting, anything, they move it. So they bent my leg, I screamed. They twisted my leg every other way, every different way. They lifted my leg. It hurt to the point where I started crying, and I dang near almost broke my mom's hand. It hurt so bad. And I want to say an hour goes by. We're in the waiting room, and every time I was moving around, it would hurt, screaming and all that. But I remember the doctor had came in. My doctor, I'm not gonna say names, but I'm gonna say I'm gonna make up a fake name. I'm gonna say Dr. James. Well, so Dr. James came in, which is like, I guess he was my new doctor or something. He came in and said, you broke your hip, and we have to do surgery to fix it. So they take me to another room, which was like more of a kiddie-ish room with an Xbox in it. I liked the room, to be honest. I would stay in that hospital if I could. So we go to the room. We're waiting to go to surgery. I'm getting prepared, prepped, and all that. And they put this bag, because my hip was crooked. When I broke it, it was crooked. And they put a bag, like a weight bag. I think it was like a bag of sand or something, to keep my legs straight. And yeah, so the bone, when my leg was getting pulled by that bag down, the bone was basically getting pulled straight. And going into surgery was one of the scariest moments of my life. Like, you have no clue exactly how scary it was going into that surgery room and seeing all of the needles and all that, all of the utensils they use to cut your leg open. Well, I have no clue what ever happened after that surgery, but it has affected me, the way I run, the way I walk. I can't play certain sports. I can't do a lot of things. I can't sleep a certain way. Yes, I know you're probably like, man, I feel bad. Well, I still do a lot of normal things. I can still scooter. I can still BMX. I can do all that. I'm just limited to what I can do. I can't land on it, or else because I have a metal brace in my leg. I can't land on it. Well, anyways, enough of all this depressing story, all this stuff that you hear from me. Now, if you guys have a story you want to tell me, or want me to read aloud to my followers or subscribers, I only got barely any, but if you want me to read or tell your story aloud, so you're not the only one who feels insecure, because this is something that's hard for me to tell you guys because of how insecure I am. I am insecure about the scar I have on my leg. I am insecure about all that. I don't like telling the story because I've been made fun of it so many times in my life. Well, I just want to let you guys know that DM me on Instagram, Spotify, all that. Spotify. DM me on Instagram, Snapchat, and all that, and you will be able to be a part of my channel. And yeah, I will read your story out here. That's it for today, guys. I hope you don't like the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will be here next time.